I'm a business coach, and I help establish non-executive peer boards for business owners. I'm very open to sectors, but the challenge that I tend to find is because I tend to operate within central Leeds. I don't have a lot of manufacturing businesses with part of my boards. And to build a good, solid non-executive board that a good SME can actually rely on to give them some good advice, you need that breadth of experience, not necessarily the depth, but also the breadth of quality. Everything that I do is focused around giving a business owner or a principal in an organisation the chance to actually evaluate what they're going to do with the advice of other people or the advice of somebody independent like me. So once a month I spend time with my clients and I spend time facilitating their board meetings, and it throws up some of the most incredible nuggets of information and the most incredible insights, and it's quite a joy to do what I do. There are a couple of occasions where there's been a real epiphany, where one of the IT guys, and his challenge was the conversion rate of meeting clients and getting those clients to actually engage with his services. And we went round the board as we do. There was about 8 other people in that board meeting. They all asked questions about his challenge to try and establish what is the root cause and the problem. And it got all the way around to the lady that was sat next to him. And she turned around and went, "Do you know what? I haven't got a clue what you do." And he just looked at her and it dawned on him, he's overselling. He's going way above people's heads. And within the next week, he contacted the 3 or 4 previous clients that he'd sold to that hadn't bought and asked them a very direct question. Why didn't you buy from me? And 3 of them came back and said, "It's because I didn't understand what you really did." So he went and saw them again, and out of those 3, he converted another 2 of them. Recently, I helped a gentleman through a moment of realization, because quite often a business coach is there to take away some of the mist and clear away some of the debris and the interference that sits between somebody making a good decision or a bad decision. And this guy came through part of one of the marketing routes that I do, which is a taster board. And he sat there and he was very, very quiet. And at the end of the taster board, I said, "Look, would you like to meet up? I'm prepared to give you a bit of time to understand if I can help you." And he point blankly said, I don't think you can help me." So I sat down with him at the first hour and I looked at him and I said, "You look to me like you want to cry." And he looked back at me and "What makes you think that?" I said, I can see it in your face." He blurted out a couple of sentences, and the net result of these sentences were the realisation on me that actually he had nearly £300,000 on his credit cards, and that he was currently and had been for the previous 6 months paying for his business staff on his credit cards by withdrawing cash. What I helped this man do was actually sit there for the next 2.5 hours and start to ring his creditors and tell him he couldn't pay them. And the next day, he rang me and he said, "I slept last night. It's the first time I've slept properly in about 6 months." Now, he knew in reality what he really needed to do. He needed to face up to his challenge in the right way. Now he's put himself in a place where he's better, both emotionally, physically, and actually financially. But the challenges that people face in business can put them in a very lonely place. And not only do I help people, I actually find a place for them where they've got somebody that actually they can rely on and talk to. So quite often my challenge is actually just listening to people and letting them tell me what I need, what they really want to say.